I'm Lizzy.
And I'm Izzy, and we need help.
Each week we stumble through a new book, method, or concept that brings us one step closer to being our best self.
Yes, we make fun of ourselves.
And others.
But mostly just ourselves. So here's to not taking self-help quite so seriously.
Welcome to We Need Help. I'm Lizzy.
And I'm Izzy, and today we are doing a glucose revolution. The Glucose Revolution by Jessie Inchauspé. I found out how to pronounce her name, so
oh, thank you. That's so fancy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How was your weekend?
It was so good. So I went to a wedding in northern England in like a little quaint village just outside of Manchester called Upper Mill.
Why the fuck are you so fancy? I mean, Jesus. Why are you so fancy?
So I just have to say, like, I know we did a whole recovery episode, but like, recovery is beautiful because like the community, it's all about community, you know? So people are like, oh, steps, God, cult. It's not a cult. It's a community of people that just want to do better. And
it's a shared experience of growth.
Yeah. And in this community is a woman that I'm helping, and her mother, you know, for whatever reasons, could not come to the wedding. So I went, and she asked if I could read something, and I had a reading prepared. And I don't have children. Like, I'm, 47, so I probably will not have children of my own, and I will probably not have that experience of helping my daughter get ready for her wedding day. I mean, I don't know what the future holds, but maybe I won't have that experience.
I know that weighs heavy on your soul.
Yeah.
And it has for a long, long time.
Yeah. And I got to have that experience at this wedding. I got to help her with her dress. I got to read something at her wedding. I got to feel proud of her. And
did you pay for the wedding?
No, I did not pay for the wedding.
Even better.
So, it's like recovery is awesome. Like, you don't even have to pay for weddings. And but like, I think what's amazing about this community that I'm a part of is like, we can be mothers, we can be daughters, we can have the families that we don't, we could choose, we could have these families, we could have everything, and this is like, there's a line in our literature that says, it asks a question. It talks about like the joys, like whatever drinking gave us. So it gave us like conviviality, relaxation from life, and then there's a question like, have you a sufficient substitute for what alcohol gives you? And I always thought it meant like, yeah, like, the program, whatever,
keeping busy.
Keeping busy. That's the substitute, but the substitute is also for other things that we don't have. Like, some of us don't have families. You have family here. Some of us don't have children. You have children. Like, you have your spiritual children. So it's like, it really does give you everything. And it was just like,
some people can't count on their parents, and there are parents there.
Yeah. And you can have your spiritual mom, you can have children. Like, it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. So like, it was really nice. It was gorgeous. It was in, just like the civic hall, and upstairs was like a whole area for a beautiful wedding. And she looked gorgeous, and it was fun. And it was so hilarious because, it was just like, it was lovely. Yeah. Just lovely and hilarious. And all the sober people were the ones that were dancing the most. So it was like,
oh, wow. I see. That's all, like, you think about like being sober, like all my, like, I'm slowly but surely watching every celebrity, every, just so many people, like a lot of the extremely bright people I know in my life are getting sober. Like the bright lights, Yeah. So like, I was saying something about when Scarlett or Paisley, my niece's little girl, come into adulthood. I'm thinking alcohol might be out. I think it might be out. It's becoming in.
Yeah.
Is it the new smoking? Is alcohol the new smoking? I'm wondering.
I think so. And then eventually people will just like It's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like some champagne or prosecco or this or that, but like, I mean, I don't do it when I have to be bright the next day at all.
No,
Like I couldn't
no.
do it.
Yeah.
But well, that is wonderful.
Yeah, it was lovely. And the place was absolutely gorgeous. I stayed in a cottage on a farm, and there was alpacas, and there was little ponies, and there was horses, and there were like it was
are
I mean
you
it was
Snow White and I don't know it? Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
it was
Could you
absolutely gorgeous.
stop?
Yeah,
I mean, you're just too
lovely.
magical and fancy. And she was probably like splitzing around, birds landing on your finger.
They were. I was like, ew.
Get off my finger, you stupid bird.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I had that QHHT on, and I know we're going to do a whole episode on Friday. I had it done with Doreen. Yeah, it was really, I can't wait to talk about it on the episode.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to ruin it.
Okay. It was powerful.
Yeah, it was powerful. It was very interesting. Very interesting. I can't wait for you to have it done. Like the full 4 hours.
Yeah, I'm excited to have it done, but I sent my friend to this lady that I'm getting it done with, and she basically told my friend the same thing she told me. So I was like, I wonder if she's just kind of like repeating the same stories to tell people.
Well, I did all the talking on this one.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So she couldn't tell me what I've already told myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was very interesting. And then the more like the bigger news is that Jason and I just shared our 15th anniversary together.
Wow. Did you guys do anything special or?
We did, and just wait for it. It's going to really connect with this episode. We invested in a pizza oven for ourselves. A really nice one.
Oh, those are great though. Like a really good pizza oven, like you make the really thin crust pizza, and it takes like 2 seconds to make. Like you put it in there, it's like 2 seconds. Yeah.
This thing goes over 900, upwards of 900 degrees. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
So, we had one on St. Thomas when we lived there.
Yeah.
And I will say I had the best pizza in St. Thomas.
Wow.
The end. Yeah.
Yeah.
I make my own dough, my own sauce and everything.
Yeah.
So we had a little mini pizza party yesterday.
That's so cute. Oh, well, congratulations.
Yeah, it was fun. We're still getting to know our machine. So there was like, Jason got pissed at me because I was like, hey, here's a pizza. And he's like, it's not heated up yet. So,
Yeah. And then you have to watch out. Like, so I like artisan pizzas. So sometimes I just like a plain, like, give me pepperoni or, whatever. Jeez. But sometimes I make this really good one, which has, a little bit of gorgonzola, pears.
Yeah.
White truffle oil and walnuts on top. But you have to you have to take it out and you have to put the walnuts in at the end, because if you put the walnuts in, it'll burn it. Yeah. So like there's
high fat content.
Certain timings and yeah.
Yeah. I fight with myself because my instinctual self likes just plain pizza, like regular, like just mushroom cheese.
Just like a margarita.
Just like normal run of the mill. But then again, I mean, I seriously do judge any kind of barbecue chicken pizza or something like that. Like I don't have room for that in my life.
Yeah,
I judge it. I don't like it.
What's your favorite pizza? Like your favorite? Is it just the simple margarita pizza, or do you like?
I think at the end of the day, if I had to go with a pizza for the rest of my life, it would just be a regular cheese pizza.
Okay, just cheese.
Yeah, but I mean, I love mushroom. I love green pepper. It's the only place I have green pepper in my life.
Yeah, on a pizza.
I don't like green pepper in anything else.
Yeah.
Because it's not done yet. It's not right, people. It doesn't. It's fucking gross. But on pizza, I like it. And then mushrooms, I like mushrooms. And Scarlett likes Kalamata olives.
I like olives on pizza sometimes. Like I have to be in the mood.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like spicy pizza. Like I like
Me too.
jalapenos, and I like sometimes like a like a spicy salami. So, but I like a very
We did a
thin
spicy
crust.
Oh,
Or
you do. Thick.
it has to be on either end of the spectrum. So my pizza preferences are bipolar. It either has to be a wafer thin crust, or it's the Chicago style fucking give me the thickest fucking give me a sausage crust.
Thick.
Like give me a
thick.
This is the perfect segue to the glucose revolution, because carbohydrates are not great in a certain order, I've discovered. Because yes, so I picked up this book, The Glucose Revolution, because my neighbor's brother, who like is very anti-diet, decided to get it just to do an experiment, and it turns out he doesn't have to like cut out what he was eating, he just has to change the order, which sounds great. Like just sounds really, really great.
So why were you doing this? You want to be skinnier?
I've noticed my weight gain is strange. Like it only happens in certain areas of my body. I don't know if you have that, but like I just gain it in my stomach. Like that's where I gain it. And in my arms, like my legs remain the way they are. Like every other place is the way they are, just like on my gut. So I just wanted to like reduce that.
Okay.
And energy levels.
That's hormonal, just so you know. It's either because I know you don't have red wine, or I'm sorry, white wine. I secretly call that the white wine belly. Because I have noticed that women who drink white wine gain right there. They have a barrel body.
I don't have a barrel body yet.
No, you don't.
But I hope I don't. But I also, aside from that, I do notice my energy levels are just really low. And I just wanted to get more energy. And I know that, you know, exercise, yes, but I know food's like a huge part of it. So I was really interested.
Do you exercise a lot?
I don't exercise, but I'm active. Does that make sense?
That's a no. And by exercise, you mean?
Does that count? I take a lot of walks.
A thumb war does not count.
Damn it. I take a lot of walks, and I am active. I'm not sedentary, but I don't exercise as much as I would like to. But I am looking for a sport to do. I'm sorry, I fucking hate going to the gym. I just fucking hate
Everyone hates going to the gym. I don't
know,
go to the gym.
but I love sports because I'm competitive. So
have you checked out this pickleball? People are doing pickleball left and right.
I want to punch those people like hard. But yeah,
how hard will you punch me if I make a pickleball court at my house?
For some reason, you doing pickleball doesn't make me want to punch you, but everybody else doing it makes me want to punch them. Does that make any kind of sense at all?
Nothing has ever been clearer to me.
Okay.
Because basically you can do anything and I don't care, but everyone else
that does that like needs to die, but you're okay.
Like if you just told me that you had a barbecue chicken pizza last night, I'd be like, okay, you know what? Whatever. She was in a mood.
It had coleslaw on it.
Fucking get it the fuck out of here. That is so rude.
So, yeah, I'm looking for a sport. So one of my friends does jujitsu, and he was like telling me all about it. I'm like, maybe I'll do jujitsu, but I don't.
Is your friend Colin McGregor or something?
No, but he's Northern Englander. So like, yeah.
Oh, okay, close.
But I want to do some kind of sport because I cannot stand like getting on like a treadmill or like a stepper or any kind of that. And the weights, I want to do a sport. Like I want to compete with somebody and like I want to like
kickboxing or
or like I want to perfect being able to do the sport. Like I would like going every week and just getting better and better at a sport, like sounds interesting to me.
Would you ever rock climb?
I would. Yeah, I would rock climb. Yeah. I think I would. Yeah. Would you? Why not?
No way. I'll never do anything that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, okay.
No, I would never do it.
Okay.
No, unless there's like a freaking 7-course meal on the other side of the mountain.
There's foie gras up there.
Like I would never run a marathon. I would never rock climb. I would never run a
marathon. Jeez,
swim the English Channel. Like if
you started running marathons, we might not be able to be friends. Like I just can't do on people.
Well, I don't like I have a couple of friends that do it. I'm happy for them, but like I would never. There are just things like that I would never do. If it were up to me, we would, wherever the first place, Mesopotamia or whatever it is, I would never have gone anywhere or explored anything.
Yeah.
I would have stayed right where I was and made the best of it. Like I'm not going in the deep ocean. I'm not going in high mountains.
You would have made like the first ever treadmill. Like you would have taken like calf skin and like hamsters. They'd be like, yeah, what's she doing?
Yeah.
She called I can't do a cave woman accent, but
me can't do cave woman. Well, I don't know why I did that. That got weird then. But I felt like at first it was good, right?
Yeah.
Mama can't do caveman. I don't know why. Fuck,
so glucose.
I can't stop it. What about glucose? Why am I going to robot? Why did I go to robot?
You've gone from way in the past to way in the future.
I went straight from Flintstones to Jetsons. Damn it.
We don't have middle ground ever. Like we're just not middle ground people.
No, not at all.
Okay. Glucose revolution. She's a biochemist and she also likes to eat. So I'm on board.
Me too.
Yeah. So her name is again, Jessie. I'm just going to say Jessie. It's like Inchauspé. I had her name like memorized right before. Inchauspé, something like that. She's French, which I'm also on board with. Love the French.
Which obviously she knows everything about food then.
About food. So she just talks about how glucose affects our energy levels, weight gains, and if you don't effectively manage, like if cells aren't removing effectively glucose from the blood, the body stores the glucose in tissues and then it fat and then it causes weight gain. It also like spikes in glucose, like cause like energy rises and then drops. And it's just like,
sure.
This book is all about how to maintain like a pretty stable glucose level throughout the day and even throughout the day. So you're like evenly burning fat and you're like have even energy levels. And it's just like, I was on board with it. Like when I started,
and that's got to be good for the brain too. Like,
yeah.
Am I the only one that gets like hillbilly hungry and hangry and everything?
Yeah, not the only one.
Okay.
Yeah, and she talks about that and she basically, the book is like just a bunch of hacks, which I love. Like just give me the hacks, like give me the shortcuts.
I love that.
So it's, to improve energy levels, how to manage your weight, like disease risk management, cognitive function, sleep quality. Like as I was reading through the benefits of managing glucose through her hacks, I was thinking I have issues with all these things. So maybe
what are the benefits? Like just that you're not going to get.
Number one, improved energy levels. Okay. So I have spikes. My energy after 3-4 p.m. just drops for about 2 hours.
Yeah, I call it a case of the 3 o'clocks.
I have the same. I get the case of the 3 o'clocks. Weight management, I gain weight in weird places, like just like stomach and arms. Cognitive function. Sometimes I have brain fog. I don't know if you have this, but sometimes I just have like, I'm the best in early morning, and then I'm just kind of in the afternoon, I get a brain fog. Better sleep quality. So I have no issues falling asleep. I have issues staying asleep. So I have the 4 a.m. wake ups, like those. I have those. Like I want to be able to like just have better quality sleep. And
these are all the same things as hormones, though. Hormone deficiency.
Yeah, it's true. But who knows? Like what I'm going to do is an experiment. So I'm going to read the hacks. I'm going to implement the hacks for a month, and then we'll meet after a month and I'll tell you how I'm feeling. Because it also improves like hormonal production or whatever.
I'm going to do it too. I'm going to do it to Jason because he's got like, he's in pretty good shape, but he has a belly. He has like a man belly. And I mean, I don't mind. For me, it's like, okay, when I met him, he was super skinny, and I don't mind somebody with a little bit of like, but it bothers him. So I'm going to implement it on him.
Okay.
And I'll do it myself too, because why not?
Yeah.
I'll try anything 3 times.
Cool. So let's go. I'll go through the hacks and we'll see if we can do them. Okay.
Okay. Let's do them.
First hack is to eat foods in the right order. And the order is fiber, then proteins and fats, and then at the end, starches and sugars.
Okay.
So, and she kind of draws it out in her book as like a sink, right? And thinking of your meal as like a line where every nutrient is waiting its turn, and kicking off with vegetables and proteins, it lines up your digestive system for a slower glucose release. So it's almost like the fiber and the protein and fats serve as like a filter for the sugars and the starches. So for the carbs. So they release them slower into
your system. So you have your salad or your veg.
Start with salad and veg, then your meat or fish. And then
your protein is, even if you're a vegetarian.
Yeah, or tofu or whatever that is. And then at the end.
Is that where you put your avocado? Is that where you put your Yeah. I mean, avocado is the perfect because it's fiber and protein. Okay.
Yeah. And then at the very end, it's your carbs and your starches and your sugars. The vegetables are like the bouncers of your gut. So they let in, because of the fiber, they let in the sugar slowly. So, and it makes so much sense to me. Like if you start with sugar, if you start with something sweet, or you start with the carb, then it's just entering into your gut and automatically turning into
mainline.
Yeah.
You're mainlining it.
You're mainlining it, right? So vegetables are the bouncers. They let in sugar slowly, thanks to the fiber. Then proteins demand more attention from your digestive enzymes, which slows down the rush of the carbohydrates that come at the end.
Okay, so that makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, start your plate with veggies and proteins first. Always start with a salad, start with some veggies. Raw veggies best because of the fiber, right?
Yeah, because you have to gnarl on those for so long, and your gut has to gnarl on them for so long. And it's like, okay.
And then it's not just about dodging these like sugar spikes. It's about helping your hormones like insulin help with the weight management. You feel full longer as well.
Yeah.
So it's just keeping your energy levels also and your metabolic system steady. Like,
I mean, if you look at this, this has evolved naturally. We do always have a salad before.
Yeah.
Then we have our main course, and then we have our dessert.
Yeah. And then think about it. This makes so much sense. Think about it. You're filling up on the less calorie items first. So by the time you get to dessert, you're already pretty full. By the time you get to the carb, you're already pretty full. So that makes sense from a caloric reduction. reduction thing.
My sister lost a lot of weight, and she's crazy. Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
She would drink like a 12-ounce glass of water every time before she would eat.
Yeah.
And she lost all her baby weight that way.
Yeah. And also really one of her hacks is if you feel like eating something sweet, drink water with apple cider vinegar in it, just like a teaspoon, and it'll reduce the craving eventually. The problem in American culture, this is not Polish culture, but it's starting to become starters. You go to a restaurant, we even went when we went for sushi in Barcelona, we started with those pot stickers, which were so good. Better just to start with the edamame.
No shit.
Right. Then maybe some sashimi, and then
pot stickers are not on her list. Like
they are, but at the end, not at the beginning.
Yeah, and that's the last thing you want after a big bowl of pho or something like that. Is, hey, could I have a pot sticker now? Yeah.
So that's that.
Okay.
So if you're gonna get appetizers, get vegetables as appetizers. Like get edamame or just don't get appetizers.
Fat fucks, don't get appetizers.
Okay.
Listen, all the fat fucks in the world do not get appetizers. That's a number one. The mozzarella stick is not good.
You can get dessert, but not appetizers. Dessert is better. Getting a dessert is better than getting an appetizer.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. What is the world coming to?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey guys, remember to go to We Need Help, the podcast, for all different kinds of stuff like our swag. You can find the episodes. You can find the books that we're focusing on, all the methodologies. Please go to We Need Help, the podcast today, and enjoy the rest of the episode.
The other hack is another hack. The other, as if there were two. There's many. Savory breakfast, meaning salty breakfast, not a sweet breakfast. So all of you oatmealers, I know that you love your like healthy super oatmeal. No.
Oh, come on, no. I disagree. You're going to tell me it's fiber. It doesn't have any sugar in it.
Oh, it doesn't.
Honey.
Okay.
It's got a little bit of honey, but that does not raise the glycemic index like sugar.
She would disagree. She says sugar is sugar. The body doesn't really
say that. I seriously, that can't be true. These are the same people that like went to Crisco over butter. Bullshit.
Okay. See,
bullshit.
Interesting though, because Americans are generally heavier than Europeans. Europeans do not eat sweet breakfasts, except in France.
I don't.
Yeah, but we like in Poland, like people were shocked when they heard like Americans eat sweet breakfast. Poland only eats savory breakfast, so eggs, omelets, any type of
I don't think a lot of people here eat, but kids eat pancakes.
Yeah,
that's no good. Waffles.
Yeah,
I mean. That's no good. If you think pancakes or waffles are good, now I just can't get on board with these bowls of love with a little bit of honey in them. They got coconut milk, they got flaxseed, they got chia seeds. I mean, how can that be bad?
It's not horrible, but it would be better to start with savory. She's not a Nazi either, right? So it's just said that it's better to start with savory.
Now that you said the N word, I can't like, you just won the argument.
I didn't say that N word. I said the German N word.
There are two N words. And you said one of them.
Yeah.
And you can't say anything afterward.
So she just said, like, you're going through an overnight fast, basically, when you sleep. Right?
Yeah.
Upon awakening, your body is highly sensitive to insulin. So introducing sugars early can cause an abrupt spike in the insulin levels, leading to these fluctuations in blood sugar. So just starting with a savory breakfast keeps that a little.
Did she say have breakfast? Because a lot of times I don't.
I don't know. I didn't read enough about it, but I will read more about it. I just kind of read through the hacks. So
okay.
But she just said that starting with a savory breakfast causes gradual increase in the glucose levels rather than the spikes, because we're trying to get rid of like these spikes, right?
Okay. I love that you didn't read this book.
That I did?
Do you know? No, that you didn't read it.
I did read it, but I didn't read it like, do you know what I'm saying? I like sped read it and I wrote down all the hacks and stuff like that.
How many times have we done this? I mean, we're becoming better people because of it.
We are.
But you don't have to go all the way in.
Yeah. So here's where you might disagree with her, because she said when it comes to sugar, the body sees all different types of sugar as equals. Whether it's honey, brown sugar, syrups, white table sugar, they all break down into glucose and fructose.
I'm not going to attack her for this. I just don't think science has figured it out yet.
Yeah, because
I'm like the medical medium.
I eat honey all the time.
My ancestors are telling me that honey is a superfood.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. Like I won't even drink fruit juice.
Yeah.
Because it spikes the insulin. So I feel her on so many levels. I'm going to pardon her ignorance on this. She doesn't know yet what.
To be fair, honey does have, those additional benefits. So I think that outweighs, but in terms of the sugar part, that sugar molecule, right? It's the same. Yeah. So this is really interesting. This is a really interesting one, this tack, that a dessert at the end of a meal is much better than snacking between meals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to eat that creme brulee at the end of a meal, it's better than just kind of constant snacking between meals.
Okay, so I'm guessing grazing throughout the entire day is bad.
It's not ideal. She also says this whole thing, and I've known this for years, just instinctively, this whole fucking 5 meals a day thing, bullshit that people have tried to implement. It's bullshit. 2 or 3 meals a day is fine.
1 meal all day long, good.
Yeah, it's good.
1 meal that takes you 12 and a half hours to eat, that's okay.
Yeah. So basically, if you're going to treat yourself to something sweet, do it at the end of the whole process where you do the vegetables, the protein, and then eat it, rather than grabbing a granola bar between snacks. If you're going to snack, make it a fiber or protein.
Okay. So like a veg or... Okay.
Yeah. The virtue of apple cider vinegar, or any type of vinegar, actually. So before meals, it can make a significant difference in, it reduces the glycemic impact of a meal by up to 20%.
Okay. I got to get back on this. Do you know, like for probably 6 years straight, I did it every single day. Apple cider vinegar.
She said,
I'm going to do it again.
Yeah. She said, before a meal, drink a glass with a tablespoon or 2 of vinegar in the glass of water before a meal. 20% reduces the post meal blood sugar spike. So it'll make you, do you get tired after a meal? Because I get kind of sleepy after meals. It'll reduce that.
So Jason makes fun of me all the time. Like I cannot have any sugar, like ice cream or any kind of sweets, because I fall asleep. Like I cannot keep my eyes open. So I don't really have sugar ever. I mean, very often, like right before my period, sometimes I'll want a little chocolate.
Yeah.
But sugar affects me so badly that I just I feel like I'm narcoleptic.
Yeah.
I just pass out.
Yeah. So drinking a glass of water with apple cider vinegar before the meal will reduce that substantially.
Okay.
That feeling.
Okay.
Right.
Good to know.
Also, after the meal, a walk, some type of physical activity, just for 10 minutes, a light physical activity, because that helps balance blood sugar levels. Right. So even a 10-minute walk, doing dishes, doing some light stretching, getting up, encourages your muscles to use the glucose for energy.
Okay.
And then it lowers the amount that's in your bloodstream.
Okay. I love it. God, our bodies are cool.
Our bodies are really, really cool.
So we're going to try every night after dinner swimming. So that would be perfect.
Just walking or doing the dishes, just being, instead of just laying on the couch, right? Just so getting up. We did this in Barcelona. We walked, I fell down in the middle of the street, but
I wish I had that on video because you didn't get hurt.
Do you know what? Something energetic was going on with my knee because I didn't tell you this, but after Barcelona, I've fallen 3 times on that knee. There's something happening. And I think something Candace said months before when I did my first breathing thing with Candace, she said, there's something with your knee. And I don't know what it is. And I'm like, there's nothing with my knee. And then I fell 3 times on that knee and I'm like, what did she call it? Like,
she just fucking Babe Ruth that shit.
She Babe Ruth that. But anyway.
No, we really are going to be swimming after dinner, like every single night. Scarlett and Jason and I talked about it last night. We swam late. So yeah.
Cool.
That'll work out perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, another hack is not to eat your carbs naked, which my brother would always tell me this. If you're going to eat bread, eat it with butter. Add some type of protein, fat, or fiber to whatever your carb is, because that moderates their effect on the blood sugar.
So you can still do it without clothing on. You just have to.
Yes. Yeah, eat it naked because then you'll be so disgusted with yourself.
In front of a mirror, and you will not eat carbs at all.
Yeah. So proteins and fats take longer to digest. So if you're eating them with the carbs, they're in that breakdown process as well. So the glucose from any of those accompanying carbohydrates also enters your bloodstream more gradually. So it's better to eat bread and butter than just bread. Who the fuck eats just bread anyway? That psychopath out there.
Oh my
Like if there's
God.
anyone just eating dry bread,
you deserve what you get. You fucking deserve what you get.
Yeah. So those are.
Do you know bread and butter are my favorite food?
It's my favorite food too. I love it. Just like a lovely crispy bread. I also butter croissants. So
you crazy girl.
Which seems redundant.
You crazy.
Which seems redundant. Yeah. So those are the hacks.
So I have this. Okay.
Go ahead. Speak.
I have this girl that, thank you, that delivers sourdough bread here every other week. And it's so good. She makes it with Italian flour, so it doesn't have all the bullshit that
oh my God, that sounds so
the United States lets in our flour. But like, it's just so good. You put a little butter on there with some like really high in salt, like do a Celtic salt or a lava salt or whatever. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so good.
It's like
a reason to live. It's a reason to live.
That sounds amazing. Oh, sounds good. So those are the hacks. She also said to stop counting calories, but I don't think that's a hack. I don't do that anyway. So
I have never believed in calories. Calories is the biggest crock of shit since the Bible.
There's a lot of crocks of shit, like especially in America, like no fat or low fat. That's what ruin does. Fats aren't bad.
Are you going to tell me a freaking lollipop calories is the same amount as broccoli calories? Give me a break. Just stop. Just stop with the calories.
So that's that. Those are the hacks. I'm going to try those.
Okay.
Should I recap them just so quickly,
yes, recap them for people.
So I'm going to just recap. So quickly recap. So the order of food is fiber, so veggies, protein and fats, then starches and sugars, carbs, etc. Starting out with the veggies, really important. Savory breakfast, so salty breakfast, not sweet. Dessert at the end of the meal is better than snacking between, but if you're going to snack between, make it a savory snack, not a sweet snack. Cup of water with vinegar before every meal and when you're craving something sweet. And do a little exercise or something after you eat. Get moving.
That doesn't seem that hard.
Doesn't seem hard, right?
That's going to be easy.
I'm going to do that. And like, let's have let's try it I'm going to try it for a month. I'm committing to a month of doing this, and we'll see how I feel after a month.
Okay. So, yeah, take before and after pictures.
I will. Oh yeah, I will. Yeah.
That would be really good. I'm going to do it too.
Cool.
Okay, we'll do it. Why not?
Yay. Love you. So what's next? Oh, are we doing chosen families next?
Chosen families. So like how important it is to build your own network of people who care about you and love you and vice versa.
Yeah, and you don't have to accept the family that you're born with. I mean,
yeah,
in a way you do, but like you can also choose. Well,
I mean, you can accept them for who they are, but like I think we all have the freedom of building our our what's it called? Like your
tribe.
Oh God. See, that's the one I hate, but that's what I was thinking of. It's your tribe. But you don't have to be as fucking cheesy as everybody
as the tribe
says you have to be.
Yeah. And I want to talk a little bit about this book I read a while ago. I know we're both going to do research, but it's called Homecoming by John Grisham John Grisham wrote The Firm. I forgot his name, but the book is called Homecoming, and it's all about choosing the people that you need in your life that represent, like that mother figure or the father figure. If you need certain things, being an adult and looking for those things in others. So it's good.
I'm very excited about this subject. And I think that every single one of my friends is having problems with the expectation of family.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people are struggling in that. And there's an acceptance that we need to have with the people in our life. And it comes with the accountability that you can create the life that you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm excited about that one.
Me too. Well, I love you.
I love you.
And
I'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining us this week on We Need Help, the podcast.
Make sure to like, subscribe, like again, our YouTube channel, our Instagram, follow us wherever you can. It really, really helps us out and ensures that you won't miss any future episodes. So, thanks to you, we can keep going.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.